Today we're going to be talking about handheld weapons in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. We're going to look at which one's the best and why it is the Manticore Intimidator. This video is brought to you by Rich Wallet. Rich is redefining the wallet with their compact wallets made from premium materials. Their wallets are easily half the size of traditional wallets, but despite that they can still hold up to a 12 card and has a money clip on the side. Want to carry coins or key? No problems. Rich got you covered with their optional cavity tray. All their wallets also comes with RFID blocking to prevent digital theft. So check out Rich Wallet on rich.com/D2EA and use offer code D2EA to get 10% off. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Down to Earth Astronomy. We're going to be talking about handheld weapons, and more specifically I want to talk about the Manticore Intimidator, which in my mind is probably the best handheld weapon you can get your hands on in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. But before we look at the Intimidator, we need to talk about the damage mechanics in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. And therefore I take it out my oppressor here, which of course is the plasma sniper rifle. A very, very high damage weapon, at least single shot. It's a very high alpha damage weapon. And you can see here we have got ourselves a target here, fully shielded, see if I can get a shot in. That missed. There we go. One shot in, took down his shields completely. Even though I have way more damage than I need, I can only take down his shields. I'll just wait for his shields to come back. There we go, partly back. One more shot, takes down his shields again. But none of the damage goes into his hit points. I need to fire a second shot like that to take down his hit points. Now that's the important takeaway you need to take away from this. That is, if you shoot at somebody with a shield, no matter how much damage you do, you will not be able to do more damage than they have in hit points on their shields. And you will always need a second shot in order to fully take down a target. And just like it only takes 2 clicks with the mouse to kill someone with a sniper rifle, it also only takes you 2 clicks to go down below the video, hit the subscribe and the notification bell. Now let's jump back in here and let's just swap over to the Intimidator. Now I guess you can begin to understand now why the Intimidator is so good. Because the Intimidator shoots multiple shots per pull of the trigger. You can see if I shoot here at the wall here, multiple impacts, and each of these impacts here counts as a damage tick. And that means that since they are individual damage ticks, you can do damage through both shield and into their hit points in a single shot. And let me just show you this here. We have a target over here. All right, his shields just went down, so he's not going to be a good target. Hey, we have some guys over here, so we can't get some shots in on these guys. So you can see here, full health, 2 shots, 2 kills. There you go. Go straight through both shields as well as hull. We have another guy here. You can actually get some decent range with this, depending on the engineering. And I'll go over my engineering on this weapon here in a second to show you how you get the most out of your weapon. Because of course this is balanced out by the fact that the weapon has a decent amount of spread, as well as its relatively short range. So you need to get up really close and personal, but we can improve upon that with some engineering. So let's talk about what kind of engineering you need to put in the weapon in order to make it work the way as shown in the video. First of all, one of the other drawbacks of this weapon is 2 shots between reloads. In order to improve upon that, I put a magazine size modification on it that increases the shots to 3. So now we get 3 shots per reload. I find that immensely useful because when you get into groups of people and you want to take them down, you need to have at least 1 shot available per person. And that's why I think you can just engage larger groups of people if you have that extra slot in your magazine. So that is super useful to get that extra shot in there. Then I've also put in reload speed for the same reason. If I'm going to try and push into a capture point, sometimes there can be 3, 4, if you're really unlucky, 5 people. Being able to do that quick reload, I often find it to be super useful. I can just quickly dive for cover, get that reload in quick, and then get back in the fight. Now the next one may seem weird. That is that it says scoped on it. Now why is this scoped on it? Not only does scope of course give you a little bit extra zoom when you shoulder the weapon, but in the case with the Intimidator, what it also does is it narrows the spread of the shots. So that's why I recommend that you use scope on it and then really make it a habit of shouldering the weapon before you fire, because then you get that benefit to a narrow path, and that is what's going to be critical in order for us to get multiple of these shots on target. And that's of course what allows us to get multiple damage hits, and those multiple damage hits is going to allow us to one-shot people to go through their shields and then follow up with that, go through their hit points. And last one is greater range. that should make a lot of sense. The weapon here is gimped a lot on its range, and there's basically like a damage fall off. When you go beyond the maximum range of the weapon, the damage begins to fall off, and I want to extend that. I want to give myself as much reach as possible, and therefore I put an extended range or greater range on the weapon here, so that I can take these, I would say, up to medium range shots. You like out at medium range, if you don't hit exactly, you might not be able to one-shot people, but you're still going to be able to do significant damage. Maybe it's going to take you 2 or worst case 3 shots to take down people. The loadout I have for the weapon here is designed for conflict zones. If you are planning to take this weapon into, let's say, salvaging bases or assaulting a base where maybe you want to be a little bit more sneaky about it, you can put audio masking and noise suppression on it, and then I would probably consider removing the magazine size and the reload speed, but keeping the scope and greater range, because scope and greater range is what allows you to get that effective damage in. The magazine size and reload speed just reduces your downtime, but if you are being sneaky, you shouldn't have that problem of running into like 4 or 5 groups of people at a time. If you have, well, then you probably set off the alarm at this point. That's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.